Ugh. You Rangers thought we were gone. Now get a taste of true power. Singe and Doomwing, big trouble. That's right, Koda. We need to get on their level. I shall call in the Titano Charge Megazord to destroy them once and for all. Let's do it! Dino Super Drive Mode, ready! Ha! Watch out! Ah! These guys think they can take us on easily. Let's teach them what true power is. Ah! Fantastic! Havoc Finisher! Ah! Guys, we need to finish this once and for all. We need Ultrazord power. This is amazing. We have so much strength. Dino Head Spike. Power Blaster! Give us a break! Rangers, I think we should use our most powerful attack yet. You got it, Xenowing! Plasma Blaster, ready! Dino Super Drive Saber, ready! Final strike! This is impossible! No! Great job, guys! Monster extinct! Hey guys, Roberto here, and today I'm reviewing the Power Rangers Dino Super Charge Titano Charge Megazord. Now guys, the Titano Charge is the final Megazord or Zord in the Power Rangers Dino Super Charge and Dino Charge toyline. It is also the final Megazord in the Power Rangers Dino Super Charge TV series. This is the Silver Rangers Megazord, and it appeared in around, like, I think episode 8, where the Rangers go fishing and the Green Ranger's brother finds it underwater. It's a really strange episode, but yeah, the Titano Charge Megazord has been hyped up for a long time now because it is the Ultrazord of the Power Rangers, Dino Super Charge, or Dino Charge, whatever you want to call the team. And with this Megazord, it has a lot of features. It also has a really cool theme. It's a Titanosaurus. That's the name of this Megazord, at least for me. It's Titano, but the back says Brachiosaurus, but I call it Titanosaurus. I've always been calling it Titanosaurus. But it has a really cool theme because it uses like, for example, if you take a closer look at it, it uses like themes from like the auxiliary chargers. As you guys see here, there's also like the other chargers that the Rangers use to do like special tricks. Some of the dinosaurs from those chargers are actually being used here. Ammonite is like the top right here. On the side is like the Stichosaurus or Stichosaurus or whatever it's called. And yeah, so it's a really cool Megazord, and it features a lot of cool themes. Now, the Japanese version was bigger and it had sounds and everything, and in the back you could actually store all the auxiliary chargers that the Rangers used. But sadly, they took that feature away here in America, and all we have is just little chargers that are just molded into there. And a lot of people expected them to have like the actual, you can actually stick the chargers in there, and that would actually make this thing cost a lot more and be a lot bigger. And if you guys have been collecting Power Rangers toys for a while now, you guys know that Power Rangers and Bandai, they don't usually do that type of stuff. They don't up the size of the Zords. They usually keep them all the same size, and they usually take away a lot of things that it had from the Japanese version. And A lot of people expected that. I don't know why, because, you know, it's been, what, like 5 years now since Bandai has been doing this thing where, like, they replace a lot of things from the final Zords when it comes to importing it over here to the United States, and they change it up and all that stuff. But yeah, but even though it doesn't have that feature and it doesn't have sound and everything, it's still a really cool Megazord, and I'll show you guys why. If you guys want to know where I found the Titano Charge Megazord, I actually found him at Toys R Us. Now, for some weird reason, every time it comes to fall toys and Power Rangers toy lines, they just get, like, just left out, and usually they're really hard to find. The figures are hard to find, the Megazords are hard to find, the Morphers are hard to find, everything's hard to find. So, this guy came out in summer, around July, and I just now got him, and, like, it's like November, but, like, I got him around October 30th, and I was at a mall, and then I went to Toys R Us real quick, and I found this guy, and he was $29.99 because it had some special deal. But usually everything gets shafted in fall toys, and it gets really hard to find. So finding this guy will be kind of hard for you guys. If you want to find him on Amazon, he's like $100 there, and then on eBay, don't even try, because that's where the scalpers are selling all this thing for like more than $100. So really, you just have to be patient, just like I was with the Brachiosaurus, and it was really hard to find because of the fall line. And eventually he got re-released with Dino Supercharge. However, sadly, the Titano Charge is the final Megazord in the Dino Supercharge toy line, and after this, it's Ninja Steel. So you guys can't expect a re-release unless Bandai is really nice to us. So the best thing you can do is just wait for a while. Usually around Christmas and late November, they start sending more boxes, like the final shipments of the Dino Supercharge stuff. And yeah, so just stay tuned, guys. But anyways, guys, it's going to be an awesome review. I have a bunch of stuff to do with this Megazord, and I'll show you guys right around. So let's start taking a look at the packaging first, and then we'll continue with everything else. At the front right here on the top right, it says Power Rangers Dino Supercharge. It says on Find Your Power. It's a special promo thing where you can like win some game and you can feature in Power Rangers and all that stuff. I'll show you guys that later. Right here on the right side, it says Zord Builder, and it says Morph Modes. There's Morph Modes. There's two Morph Modes. It has the Megazord mode and then the Zord mode. Down here is a really cool picture of Titano Charge and some galaxy or something like that. In the background, it looks like Mars if it was blue. And down here is Power Rangers Dino Super Drive Red Ranger. And then on the bottom here it says Titano Charge Megazord, the name of the Megazord you're getting. You can't charge it up the charge this time. I don't know why. They took away the little hole. You could actually stick the charger, your hand in there. You can charge it up, so you can't really charge it up. I don't understand the reason they have this. On the right side, it says Power Rangers Dino. Let me get that closer. Power Rangers Dino Supercharged, and then it says the Bandai logo, and then ages 4 plus and up. And down here is a really cool thing where it says Find Your Power, and it's like a game where you can win like a grand prize trip to New Zealand and all that stuff. You can be a voice actor in Power Rangers and all that. On the other side is a really cool picture of the Titano Charge in its Megazord mode. And he looks really cool, so I really can't wait to build him and stuff. And then on the top here it says Power Rangers Dino Supercharge. Charge it up again with that charger thing, which makes no sense. And then the back is really cool. That's where all the cool stuff is at. Let's take a closer look at that. Right here is the, on the right here is the Titano Charge Megazord into Megazord mode. On the top here, there's two Morph Modes, and it shows you the Megazord mode and Zord mode, and then you can charge it up. You can insert a charger for morphing action, and it pops out some little red chargers and like that. On the bottom here is the Titano Charge and other stuff you can combine it with in the toy line. Like the Zord Builder armor is the Silver Ranger stunt bike. I was planning on getting that, but I never seem to find it, so. And then you can combine it with the Dino Charge Megazord, which will be doing that since I do have that, and that's show accurate. Everything else here is just not show accurate, so I don't really care about that. And then the bottom here, you can collect them all. And then there's a picture of Rexy and T-Rex Supercharged Red Ranger. And then the bottom is just some more information about the toy itself and the company. And yeah, so that was the packaging. Now let's unlock the sounds that the Charger makes in the Morphers. Alright guys, so here's just the Dino Charger that it comes with, and it's the number 10 Dino Charger. And it is the Brachiosaurus, but it's for the Titano Charge, so yeah. And then it's the silver charger, so it looks really weird with the paint and all that. And you can charge it up. And there's the Titano Charge. You can charge it back to normal, etc. Here's the pins, and then here side is the code if you guys want to scan it. Now let's see what sound it makes in the Dino Charge Morpher. check out the sound it makes on the T-Rex Supercharged Morpher.
Titano Charger, engage! Monster extinct!
So yeah, and those are the sounds that it makes in the Morphers. It's very basic. Now, quick note about the Dino Charge Morpher is that there's actually a recolored version that's blue, red, and white, and that is the Silver Ranger's Morpher. The Silver Ranger has a different looking Morpher than the main 5 and the Auxiliary Rangers, and that's called the Titano Charge Morpher. And I haven't been able to find that either, since I'm telling you guys earlier that the fall toys get shafted. So again, patience, and hopefully I can find it soon. So as right now, I just transform into the Silver Ranger using the Dino Charge Morpher. Alright guys, so here's the Titano Charge Megazord itself, and first of all, before we take a look at the Megazord and all that and its Zord mode, let's find out the feature that it does when you insert a Dino Charger in it. So first thing you're going to do is pull down the mouth easily. Now you guys gotta be careful because this thing pops out really easily, the top of the head, so make sure you don't pull it or anything. Next, you're going to get the Dino Charger and you're going to stick it in there in its mouth. Sounds really strange. And then you're going to see the action feature it has. And that's the little red charger that pops out. Now, originally in the Japanese version, when you insert the charger, if I remember correctly, it would say the names of all the auxiliary chargers had on its back. But instead of that, since they removed the sounds and all the electronics, now it just pulls out a little red charger from its neck, and the head just fell. As you guys were saying earlier, this thing pops out really easily. So, yeah, it's a con about the thing. So let's take out the charger now and finally start taking a look at the Titano Charge Megazord itself. So I took my camera off the stand so I could show you guys around because it was going to be very hard. Right here is the face of the Titano Charge Megazord in its Zord mode. It's the Brachiosaurus. It has a long neck. As you guys will see around, it has like themes of like the auxiliary chargers and their dinosaurs they represent. In the back here is the auxiliary dino chargers that are supposed to be inserted in there. Here has its feet. You turn it around and it's other stuff too. I see right here Ammonite. I don't really know the names of some of them, so I forgot them, but you guys can see sort of dinosaur looking faces right here. Here are the legs again, the tail, and it extends all the way back. And at the bottom you can see, you know, some features of its Megazord mode. So we'll be taking a look at that. We'll be transforming it and everything. So yeah. And then here's some stickers, all the stickers for all the different Dino Charger dinosaurs that they represent and stuff. And yeah, so that was the Titano Charge Megazord in its Zord mode, and let's start combining it to make it into its Megazord mode. Alright guys, so now we took a look at the Titano Charge Megazord in its Zord mode. Let's finally start combining it and transforming it into its Megazord mode. Now, to transform it into its Megazord mode, it's really easy, so let's begin. The first thing you're going to do is decapitating the Titano Charge itself. Next up is you close this right here. You take the tail off. You see these its front legs. You're gonna raise them up, and you're gonna connect them right here. As you guys see right there, let me do another example right here. And you guys want to hear click, like a little click in there. I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but this clip right here is supposed to go into here. So you're gonna hear that little click in there. Next up, the back legs. You're gonna close these thing up here. That's the front legs. And then you're going to twist it to this side and you're going to pull them down. And that's going to be the arms. Twist it to the other side, pull it down. So you're already getting the main body, which is really easy. Next up, you're going to get the neck and the tail, and you're going to combine it together. And you're going to have this be in the front and this be in the front too. So there you have the staff that it has. And then finally, to have the Titano Charge Megazord's helmet, you just raise this down here from the mouth. You connect it up here, and then I'm gonna stand up for this part. So I'm gonna pull him down a little bit back so you guys can see his legs and all that. And then this little thing you see right here, you're gonna connect it to its arm. Titano Charge's arm, and that's gonna be his staff, his main weapon. And then right here you have the Titano Charge Megazord. Now that wasn't so hard, was it, guys? That was actually really easy. So let's take a closer look at him right here. He looks really cool. Of course, before I start talking, let me show you guys some action features he has. You can move his arms. I really like the fact that you can move his arms like this to the side. And you can actually get this thing right here. You're gonna connect it right here. This is a feature the Japanese version didn't have. You can actually have him hold this staff with both arms, not just one. So that's really, that's a lot of improvement for a Megazord because you don't usually get to move to hold both the weapons. You don't get to hold the weapon with both hands, so that's really cool. Bandai to have that feature. Let's show the back real quick. And the back has the little thing where it shows all the logos for the Dino Chargers. That has a feature for the Ultrazord mode, so I'll show you guys that later. And then let me show you guys the back of his legs. Right here. He's not missing a lot of paint. If you guys compare him to the Japanese version, he looks alright. The Japanese version was actually, this is all gold, I think. It was like gold, and then he's more gray, and then this is more like a mustard color. It doesn't bother me one bit because I'm sort of used to this now. Bandai America really likes to change things up when it comes to importing the Megazords over here. So it doesn't really bother me a lot, but if you guys are like more like perfectionist, then yeah, it would bother you. Here's the helmet. And yeah. So he looks really awesome. One more time, let me put him right here so you guys can see him more. And a quick comparison to the Dino Charge Megazord real quick so you can see how tall he is. He's actually smaller than the Dino Charge Megazord, I mean. Dino Charge Megazord's a little taller. So this is the first time an Ultrazord is smaller than the main Megazord. That's funny. So yeah. I think the tallest Megazord overall in the Dino Supercharged toyline has to be the Brachiosaurus. The Brachiosaurus was actually the tallest one. It's like his big head. Let me see if I can pull the Dino Charge Megazord a little bit back and Titano Charge. So as you guys see right here, the Brachiosaurus is taller, and I have him in the back still, but he can, even if he was like in the front with them, he would still be taller than them because his head is a little bigger and all that, and his feet too. So yeah. So yeah, guys, and that was the Titano Charge Megazord in its Megazord mode. And yeah. Alright guys, so let's begin the transformation. It's a little complex, but if you guys follow and look closely, then you guys will get it. So first of all, we're taking off the two Zords. We won't be using these guys until very later. So first of all, let's transform the two main Megazords. The first thing you want to do with the Dino Charge Megazord, let's put the Titano Charge aside. The first thing you'll be doing with this guy is taking off his helmet, the thing on his back, which is the T-Rex's tail, and then taking off the Stegozord's spines and all that. And yeah, so we'll be leaving him like that for now. And then if you guys want to add a little bit of action and all that stuff, you can extend this right here. And yeah, so now let's put him all the way to the back actually, because this is where the Titano Charge really disassembles and all that. So the first thing you're going to be doing is taking off the thing right here, the staff that he has. Take this all off. Disconnect this. And I'm actually looking at the page myself because it gets very confusing from now on. You take off the two arms. Disconnect the other arm. And then you're also going to take off the legs, so you can just click that out of there. Click this out of here. And then you're also going to take off the Titano Charge's helmet, so put that down here. So you get the Titano Charge's main legs in its Zord mode, and you extend this right here. You're also going to get the other one, here it is. And then you're going to get the Dino Charge Megazord, so this is where it starts combining with the Dino Charge Megazord. Pull it up front, and if you guys see the legs of the Dino Charge Megazord, you're going to connect these right here. Make sure the yellow is facing out and not inside, so you guys know you're making sure and you're doing it all right. You're going to do the same thing here. And you're going to have the legs basically holding up the Dino Charge Megazord to make him look taller. Next up, we get the big main body part of the Titano Charge Megazord, and we disconnect this piece right here, the yellow piece. And when you disconnect it, you're actually going to have the Ultrazord's face, so you're going to take that out of there. And you're going to connect it on the face of the Dino Charge Megazord. I confuse the names a lot. And then you're going to get the T-Rex's tail. You're going to close it with this. And then you're going to turn the Dino Charge Megazord around. And then you guys see a little slit right there. This piece right here is actually supposed to go in there. So let's just do that real quick. And there we have the Dino head spike. That's what they call it in the show, apparently. Alright, now if you guys remember the Titano Charge Megazord's arms earlier, you're going to put them like this, and then you're going to combine them with this piece right here. So let's go. Or is it this side? It's this side, right? Yeah, it's this side. Sorry guys, it's that side. Alright, so you can do the same thing with this one. And yeah, so you're gonna put that right here. Alright guys, so next if you get the Titano Charge's main body piece and you combine that with this right here, the big staff thing connected to the arms. And what that's gonna do is basically you're gonna be combining it with the Titano Charge Megazord's back, and that's gonna give it more support. So yeah, plus it has to have a feature somehow. So you combine it with the 4 female Zord builder ports right here in the back of the Titano Charge Megazord, and then you just connect it right here, and basically it acts like a backpack for the Dino Charge Megazord. And yeah, earlier I messed up. The Titano Charge Megazord's head, it can actually it's actually supposed to be on top of the backpack thing. So let's go back here real quick and just put this on top here. So you guys were never supposed to disconnect it, sorry. And yeah, you just leave it there. Alright guys, so this is where you start bringing the Zords that we were using earlier, the Parasaurolophus and Raptorzords. And the first thing you'll be doing is transforming them into the mode where they can combine with other stuff. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. And now if you have his Dino Charger, you can enter his mouth and unleash his special mode. But it's easier to just pull this out here, this lever, and it'll unlock the spikes. So just pull the legs up here, open his mouth to combine and stuff, and you have the spike. Now you're gonna get the Titano Zord's long neck, and you're gonna combine the Raptorzord with it on top right here, and make sure the Raptorzord's body, like the top of his body, is facing upwards, so you guys don't confuse it or anything. And yeah, so let's just put this down right here for now. Then next we get the Parasaurolophus, and you also transform him too. And then you also put the lever here, and there's the blaster that's supposed to be his tail, and you combine it right on top here so it acts as a blaster basically. Next up you get the big staff that we had earlier, and now if you guys have that Dino Charge Megazord's helmet still, you can actually insert it into this little thing right here. So yeah, and that'll keep it safe in there. And then you get this big yellow piece where all the logos for the Dino Chargers were, and I have it upside down. And you guys right here, and you guys see right here, we have all the different faces of each dinosaur in the Dino Charge season. T-Rex, Triceratops, you guys get me. You're gonna get that, and you're gonna just connect it right here to these 2 pieces in the front of the Dino Charge Megazord, I mean. And then finally, the last thing you have to do is get this piece right here, raise it up, and you're basically gonna put it right in the arms of the Stegozord, and he's gonna be holding it. And we have the Dino Charge Ultrazord. So that was a really complex transformation. Hope you guys saw all that and you understood it. So here we have the Dino Charge Ultrazord, and it's like the whole theme that it has going on. I'm glad Bandai didn't remove the stickers. They were the type to just paint this all yellow and you wouldn't see the different colors of the dinosaurs and all that. So it's really cool they kept that. And yeah, let me just disconnect my camera from the holder because I really want to show you guys around this Megazord. And let's take a closer look right here. We have the Parasaur acting as the blaster. Here we have the face of the Ultrazord, the different dinosaurs logo and all that. The Raptorzord acting as a big spike. And the bottom here is the neck of the Titano Zord. So it's really, really cool, and how they were able to pull this off. Because it was just, it's so cool how they were just able to transform all these different things and just combine them and all that. The back, as you see right here, is like a book bag, a backpack basically, and it's the Titano Zord's main body piece. And yeah, so let's turn them around, and you, of course, the piece is gonna move around and maybe fall sometimes, but if you guys are okay with that, then yeah, it's fine. The Stegozord can move it around and stuff. You guys can just have it holding up like that. Yeah, so let's take a look at one more time at its face. So yeah, just the face, and I really like this. This looks really cool. I like the fact they kept this and all. It was just amazing. The different colors, it really catches my attention. And yeah. Now guys, there's actually one more formation, and it's not sort of formation, it's more of a final attack. This Megazord's final attack is actually the backpack it has in its back. You disconnect it and it opens up and it reveals all the Dino Chargers, and it's supposed to release some energy thing. and I'll be showing you guys how to do that and all that stuff. And then after that, we'll be doing the final thoughts and all that stuff. So it's actually really easy. It's a lot more easier than what we just did, combining all the different Zords and Megazords and all that. So the first thing you're gonna be doing is taking off the big staff, and you're gonna disconnect the Raptor Zord, so you won't be needing him anymore. Boo-hoo, Raptor Zord. And you're gonna pull this black thing down here. You're gonna turn the Dino Charge Megazord around, or the Ultrazord as they call it, and you're gonna get the big backpack, not the arm, the big backpack, and then you turn around again, and then you're gonna disconnect this piece right here. You're gonna get the head too of the Titano Charge, and you combine it again with the long neck. Alright, so now we have the big long neck back and all that stuff. And oops, I just forgot to put the helmet down. Alright, so we got that down. So you get the big backpack, and then you get the big staff thing that was holding it back. You're going to disconnect the arms real quick, and you're just going to take this piece off. You won't need this anymore also. And then you're going to basically combine it to the bottom to just hold it. So yeah, we'll be doing that basically. Alright guys, so this little piece right here is going to connect with this piece right here. So you're just going to stick them together, and it's basically going to act like as a holder. And then you open up the big backpack to reveal all the Dino Chargers and all that, and you're basically going to just put it right in front of the Ultrazord. And this is the Ultrazord's final attack, and it's unleashing every single Dino Charger and all that. So yeah, so you guys see all the different Dino Chargers, you know, it's a big holder. It's basically like a big backpack of power and all that. And yeah, I sort of wish the Dino Charge Ultrazord like used every single Zord from the Dino Charge toyline, like the Plesiozord, the Spinosord, the, you know, like the Pterosaur. Like, what happened to those guys? You guys forgot about those. So it's kind of a bummer that they just used like 7 Zords. I wish they would have used more, but it's really hard to combine all these guys together because they're all different. They're all very huge Megazords, so it would just be really complex. But I just really like the fact that they combine all these guys together. So yeah, it's really cool. Alright guys, so my final thoughts on this toy is that it's a really cool toy, at least in my opinion once again. Now, a lot of people out there are giving this Megazord hate, and it's because it lost a lot of function from the Japanese version. For example, it doesn't have any sounds anymore, you can't really insert the charges in the back and all that stuff. But some people like it, some don't. And you guys have to understand, once again, this is like the 500th time that I said this in my Megazord reviews, that they're going to change things when it comes from Japan. You can't always expect the same thing to happen. They're going to take away functions, and they'll add some new functions. The Japanese version couldn't do this thing right here where you could hold it by both of the arms. So this is a really cool feature already. The fact that they made it smaller, it's really, really cool too, because it's more... When I'm storing this toy away, it doesn't take up as much space as the Japanese version. The Japanese version was huge, I think. And yeah, the Kyoryuger Zords were large. And so I remember... They were really large, and then, like, most of the Zords in mechs and mechas are in Super Sentai are usually very big. So the fact that they downsized it a little bit and they gave it a few more functions that they didn't have in the Japanese version, they enhanced it a little bit. I like that. Now, for the price point it is, you can also expect not too much. Again, it's $29.99, $30, $35.99. You can't really expect sounds and lights, and you can insert the charger in the back. It would have been crazy. It would have been like at least like more than $100 if they imported a Japanese version over here. So the fact that they made it more accessible to kids and more available to people that really can't afford that type of stuff, then yeah, it's just really cool. I like the fact that he can he can combine with all the Dino Charge Megazord and the auxiliary Zords and all that. I liked the features it has. I like the fact it can. I just like how it looks. It doesn't bother me one bit. I've gotten so used to Bandai of America toys that at this point, nothing bothers me at this point. Alright guys, so my final thoughts on this toy is that it's a really cool toy. Once again, it's in my opinion at least. This Megazord is getting a lot of hate for the pure fact that it's not just like the Japanese version. And for the 500th time that I've said this in one of my toy reviews, when I review Bandai of America toys, you can't expect it to be just like the Japanese version. The Japanese version had sounds. It was large. You can insert the Zyudenchis in the back, the Dino Chargers in Japan. It had so many features that it would have been like $100 plus over here if they had imported it. But the fact that they downsized it a little bit, they made it more accessible to people that just can't afford stuff like that from like the Japanese version. And they added some cool features, like you can hold the staff by both arms. It's smaller, you can store it easier, and it's not as heavy. It's more easy to transform and all that. I really like that. Do I wish that it had sounds and all that stuff? Yes, I do, but for the price point it is, like, it doesn't bother me one bit, and it's fine with the way it looks. It doesn't look cheap. It looks like a regular toy. This is how I expect toys in the United States to be like. And it's the Silver Ranger Zord, the Titano Zord. I've been wanting this guy ever since Dino Charge was announced. I remember seeing him in back when Kyoryuger was airing in, like, I think it was Brachio or something. I forgot the name. I haven't watched Kyoryuger in a long time. But I really like the whole theme it has, going with like using the auxiliary chargers, the auxiliary Judenjis, and using like the auxiliary dinosaurs that Dino Charge had, and just importing them into like the theme, putting them into the theme of the Titanosaurs. It's just really cool, and the fact that you can combine with the Titano Charge Megazord, and you can make this larger Ultrazord. I'm a huge fan of Ultrazords too. I love the Ultrazord. So when you can combine all these different things, you can make some big robot. It's really cool. Now, if you guys have the Plesiosaur, you guys have the Pterosaur, you can also get like combine those and make some crazy features, wacky. You guys make some wacky stuff. I'll show you guys later some crazy combinations. I'll be taking pictures and showing you as when the video ends. But it just looks really cool, and you can't expect a lot, but if you're okay, you've been collecting for a few years now from Band America, you know what to expect. Don't expect too much. And yeah, so those are my final thoughts on this toy. And overall, it's a fun toy. It doesn't bother me one bit. And so guys, that was my review of the Titano Charge Megazord from Power Rangers Dino Supercharge. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and this is Roberto from Ranger Mania, signing out.